Much love and power to you guys. Today I want to speak about a higher purpose and how we are all connected to it. Now, in the spiritual journey, we realize that it doesn't get easy. It doesn't get easy, but when we awaken ourselves to our truth, when we awaken ourselves to our potential, we get to realize that we can forgive our past. We can forgive our past and we can actually step into a higher ideal, into a higher version of ourselves. We can realize that all those rough moments have happened with a purpose. And in each moment, we get the chance to actually come back on our purpose, come back on our mission, And from my perspective, everything is connected in this universe. The outer and the inner are connected. The inner and the outer are connected, And whatever you feel, whatever you think, that will actually manifest a reality for you. So today's purpose is about changing your thoughts and really stepping into your full abundant self. You see, whatever we feel, whatever we think, we will actually attract that reality. Now, if we get to accept what we feel, if we get to, in a way, have compassion with what we feel, we get to actually transform what we feel into a higher vibrational flow of energy, And yes, everything in this universe is energy, everything is vibration, everything is actually vibrating at a certain rhythm. So the more that we change our inner worlds is the more that we actually change the outer world as well, Because again, the inner and the outer are connected. The inner and the outer are connected. So allow yourself to step on your purpose today, because curiosity and really attuning yourself to your best potential is the best way to reach a higher goal, to reach a higher purpose, to reach a higher mission, And I realize that it doesn't always get easy, but with patience and with trusting ourselves in the process, we get to actually turn these negative experiences into power, into strength, into abundance, okay? So realize, guys, that yes, in a way you have to follow your own rhythm. You have to be attuned to a part of yourself that wants to express itself. You have to actually open yourself to your own consciousness. And really, when you look within yourself for answers, you realize that it's all a matter of perception. It's all a matter of how you choose to open your heart to the world. It's all a matter of how you choose to see the world, Because the world will actually mirror back to you your own perception, guys, your own perception, So I realize that change is always constant. Change is the only constant in the universe, Everything is changing. You are also changing as well, So when you allow yourself to change, you realize that your outer reality will also change. This is actually awakening. When we allow ourselves to change, we awaken. When we are not being static anymore, we are now actually not living in reverse. We're actually living on a purpose, And I realize that in a way action is super important, because if you want to change something, you need discipline. If you want to change something, you need action. The only way to change an outer event is to actually shift your perception and actually shift your action towards it. This is how to reach a higher purpose, to shift your action, And I realize that if we are not aligned with our true self, if we are not aligned with what we feel, then we actually feel bad, So today's purpose is about realizing that the answer is within your heart. The universe opens the doors of the secrets to those who are following their hearts, you know. But I also realized that we cannot always stay happy and in alignment, you know. So there is also a time to be happy, but there is also a time to be sad, you know. So in a way, you gotta actually figure things out for yourself, guys. And I really love the idea of alchemy in transmuting and in transcending our feelings, you know. They talk about the emotional body and how there are actually more bodies attached to our energetic field than the physical body, you know. And really, the emotional body holds our feelings. The emotional body holds our guidance, you know. So when we allow ourselves to follow our guidance, we actually open the emotional body. But what I come to realize that it's also okay to not feel okay. It's also okay to actually feel pain sometimes. It's also okay to not feel aligned sometimes, you know. So try as much as possible to follow your guidance. Try as much as possible to listen to your heart. Try as much as possible to maybe not be dependent on external things, but more focused on changing your inner world first, you know. Because when you change your inner world, you will change the outer world as well, you know. So my suggestion is live healthy in order to reach a higher purpose. Step into action. Listen to how you feel. Relax more if you feel that that's what you want to do. Get creative and be curious about life, you know. These are the things that are actually super important in order to attract and to build a higher purpose, you know. We gotta stay conscious. We gotta stay conscious and we gotta stay awake, guys, because we live in a world where we are in a way being desensitized from our true senses. And I realized that nature is super important. How much time do you actually spend into nature? How much time do you actually let your body regenerate? How much do you let your body allow itself to change, you know? Because I realized that I had low vibrational habits and I still have sometimes. But I realized that nature is super powerful. Nature is super important. So when I'm going into nature, it's like I'm shifting everything. It's like I'm allowing myself to become a new person, because nature has this power. Nature has the power to shift us, you know. Nature has the power to shift us, you know. So yeah, reach a higher goal today. Reach a higher purpose today, and realize that small actions will actually open big doors. You know, there is a story about someone in the desert who really was thirsty and hungry, and he saw a tree, and that tree had many beautiful apples on the upper side of the tree, you know. But what he came to realize, that he wasn't able to grasp that higher tree, that higher apple in that higher state, if he wasn't able to grasp it on the lower state, you know. So you need to take the small action first. You need to actually grab the low state tree, the low state apple, in order to actually reach for the higher ones, for the healthier ones, you know. So this message is about taking small actions in order to improve your state of consciousness, taking small actions in order to go for bigger actions, you know. So start from below, start from the low side, and realize how powerful you are still. Realize how much strength you have within yourself still, you know. Realize that there are no mistakes. And really, when you open yourself to your purpose, you realize that you have always been on a mission, and you are guided, you are protected from the higher realms of consciousness, because there are higher realms of consciousness, you know. In a way, each being is a spiritual being. Each being is connected to their truth, to their spiritual truth. Each being is connected to a higher state of consciousness. But if we keep being asleep, if we are keep living in a low vibrational state of consciousness, then we cannot actually raise our energy, you know. And our energy is all that it counts in this life. Our energy is all that counts in how we choose to express ourselves, you know. So guys, realize that yes, you can reach for a higher ideal or goal the moment that you open your energies, the moment that you forgive yourself, the moment that you will step into a higher vibrational purpose. Okay, so guys, thank you for watching, and this was today's message about stepping into a higher purpose. Small actions, curiosity, nature, allowing yourself to feel, forgiving yourself, stepping into your higher self, and really getting into a creative process, because this is actually really beautiful, and we do have the power to actually shift and change everything in our lives the moment that we change our inner worlds. Okay, so change everything from the inside out and watch how magical you are. Remember, it's also okay to not feel okay. It's also okay to live in a low vibrational state of consciousness. It's also okay to not feel enough sometimes, but it's also okay to actually step up and be a lion and then be a warrior of light and actually fight for love, for peace, for abundance, because you do deserve it. Okay, so guys, thank you for watching, and see ya on what is coming up next. Realize that you have a mission, and realize that you have a purpose. You have a higher purpose as a spiritual being. We all do. And the more that we are connected to what we love, is the more that we are actually raising our consciousness and our energy. You came here with a mission. Follow that mission and watch magic happen. Okay, I also do one-on-one coaching sessions, so if you're interested in working with me on a one-on-one level, feel free to contact me and let's step right into play. We could actually develop ourselves on a spiritual level, on a level that represents working on our desires, on a level that represents therapy, spiritual therapy and healing, and much more. Just let me know and send me a message, and let's see how this goes. Okay, so guys, thank you for watching, and see you on what is coming up next. Much peace, and see ya guys.